Share the video. Let's get the truth. If you want to tell you, I will tell you. When you know, you know. Don't let nobody tell you. When you know, you know. You will carry your own gun to Nima and pay the people to die you. You will send your son there. Even though your son not running in Nima. But you will have program called, what they call it, Prince of Carrasco. You don't need to do all that one. You will tell the women league from Maria, you will follow 88 buses. You get out to the gas station. Then you start dancing in Tottenham Road City. Can't make it. Can't make it. You want to buy all the media in the world? You can't buy all. Tell that girl for the truth. And I will get it step by step. Just share the video. I will tell you the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. And I will stay where I will raise my right hand. Yes. Come on, let's get the power and do it for you today. What's that? With that, I hold it. You can't get tired. Someday you gotta get tired. You gotta get tired. No way. TV will be the biggest platform. You can only close it down. It is the biggest, the largest. You know what I mean? For me to stop my first by suspicion, to bother to stop you, tell them I'm going for the truth to the truth. You know what happened? Yeah. No. When I speak, follow me well. I never lie. And when I speak, I challenge people. Because when I challenge you, it means I got the facts. And you dare me, you will feel pain. Because the facts will come outside. Bunch of cowards. Betrayals. Who knew what you were up to? You know what it means for Fahngon to leave facts versus fiction. Refuse to do it anymore. To go on that platform. Was I ever in your chat room? Did I join your team? Was I with you when you were in Atlanta? North Carolina? Minneapolis, Minnesota? When you used to fly to go to Florida, I was there? Was I there? When you went to Liberia, was I there? One more in the hotel, you saw me? You were meeting president eating, you saw me there? But I can't on platform, shit change. And you got to tell the Liberian people the truth. Nothing but the truth. The whole truth. And nothing but the truth. They deserve it. They deserve it. And they will know today. You can go up, you cannot go down. The best say the family are coming to black. go. You will go. Facebook gave me the authority now to ban people on all live streams. I'm trying. Right here. Make any funny comment that you end. I want to set it up good. So by the time you make funny comment, you can't sleep in the way. Okay, I don't want to waste your time. Please share the video. I'm appealing to you, those of you who know me to be a person that can say the truth. I'm just appealing to you to do me a favor by sharing the video. Your friends may not be my friends. My friends are not your friends. But if you feel that you deserve to know, I also believe that other people deserve to know too. So I just think that you should share it, and maybe your friends get to kind of listen to it. So my left hand go right here. I, Eugene L, do solemnly swear to the Liberian people to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Okay. Now, folks, I serve as Deputy Minister for Press and Public Affairs. There was another gentleman that served as Deputy Minister for Technical Affairs. He's in charge of the radio stations, yada, 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 to register them and what have you. One day, a gentleman by the name of Ashford the Giant Garlic came to my office and said, my man, we're going to try to start something, but it's going to be big. So I agreed with him. I said, that would be nice. I said, but you used to call the president good. He said, my member lead that team. Now you and myself used to call the president all kind of need to when we were with LRB 24. We joke. And I say, I will step on you. You say, you can step on me, forget about me. We just joke. And Ashford left. After some time, the registration of this thing started going about. Then I heard about Spoon Radio, Spoon TV. So the president's stepson, they want to call Emmanuel Potter from Ministry of State, came to me and said, we need you to speed up this process. I said, but that's not my job, but I can help to do it if you want me to do it. But what is this project all about? Emmanuel Potter informed me that their intent was to own half of the networks in Liberia. I said, but that's not possible. There is no way I can help you to monopolize the media in this country. We must have divergent views. People should be able to talk their way. They want to so that the only way our democracy will be fine. And I said to him, I'm not afraid of people talking because my only job is to talk. He said, but anyway, we have to make it happen. It is the president's project. Now, what Potter told me, he said about the president's project. I didn't know whether he was doing Kalabule or what. No, I didn't know. I didn't dig further, but I offered to help. That he was going to get the one station. When they got the one station, that's why you hear Kev always saying, you say you are going to close the people's station down. When the second station came about, I said to them, I said, look, it's not in our interest for one person to own more than one radio station. It is not in even the opposition interest. But they said this guy was a media mongo. And he wanted he was like a neutral man, independent man that wanted to own all these things. And I said, well, that's a fine idea. It creates job. It will have divergent views. Then that's fine. Well, we left it at that, fellow citizens. Well, it turned out that this guy really meant business. He opened up these television stations, online stations, Super TV, Fabric TV, Spoon TV, YouTube, Spoon Network, Fabric FM, Super FM, Spoon FM. He became a media mogul. He became larger than any media institution. Then we realized that the debate, he created this platform for people to debate. And guess what happened? People picked their side. ANC people came and followed it. CDC people went there, they followed it. The battle ensued. And the battle continued. Folks, I'm giving you the genesis. So let's get to the resignation that will turn out to be designations. About a month ago, on the 25th of last month, something happened. Many of you know by now, I was not on Spoon Panel. I mind my business. I sit down right here. I do my talking. Facts versus fiction. Many of you clap for me. And we all went by our business. They were there flying. The Ben Sandy, Tomalin George, Dr. Peabody, Kev Hassan. They're flying this way. Minnesota, Georgia, North Carolina, Florida, all over the place. Going to Liberia, spending 1 month in the #1 hotel in the country, eating 3 times a day, driving cars, enjoying their lives. We were sitting in our little corner here. We realized that at one point, the platform was almost like an ANC platform. Yekula, Dr. Francine, Dr. Peabody, Tomali George, against Kev Hassan alone. Who can look at me and tell me I am lying about what I am saying? But Georgia, the strategy that you are using right now is a failed strategy. You have decided to buy the entire media and all of those who yap their tongue. That's something we did before. They didn't work. We did it for 2017 with few people because we're broke. But all during your government, it could not work. And the reason was simple. You spend all that money, we've lost every elections. So it does not work. You go now, every newspaper, every radio station, every platform, everything, you say you must seize all. Fair enough. So let me explain the truth of what happened. This situation, before it happened, if many of you can recall, I was invited on Spoon as a guest. Up to today, I want to put my hand on the Bible and raise my right hand. Up to today, they've never put me in their chat room. But many people appealed to the CEO and said, why not invite Fahngon? You got Kefia, Tomalinga, Dr. Peabody, Dr. Francine, Ben Sanvi. We need somebody who can tell us the truth. Invite him. Under those constraints, I was invited to be a guest panelist. I do not even know their topic. When they face their paper, they don't tell me. They don't even say, today we're discussing this. They bring me on as a contributor. I usually pray and I go there. Wherever they bring, we talk it, we do say out, that's it. This situation, I got questions for you. This situation happened when they realized that Fahngon was a dominant force on this thing. This tragedy or this situation happened with regards to the CEO. Now, this is where the story becomes interesting. And this is the crux of the story. I have gotten several calls from Monrovia to leave the platform, but I refused in the interest of the people. I decided I would stay. I wasn't going anywhere. When that situation happened with the CEO, everybody decided to vote. The record is there. I said, you know what? This is the biggest platform in the country. All these FM stations, TV stations, radio stations, it is the only means of educating our people. It is the only means of drawing the contrast. And I said, a person is presumed innocent until proven guilty. It would be foolhardy of me to go against this man. Only later for the court to say he's not guilty, I will look like a fool. It would be foolhardy for me to wait and say, oh, you know what? I'm not going to go there again. Then the people who want to take it will take it. If he's found guilty, I didn't do anything. But here is the fact. And I want people to understand. If the Americans wanted to close this station down, they will close it down today. But the Americans realize that we are only on the screen here in America. No FM station here. No TV station here. Ain't nothing here. The real things are in Monrovia. So George has started to celebrate and craft his plan that, oh, they will all leave now and I can take over the media landscape. And that was when I said, no, I ain't going nowhere. I will stay right here. As long as Kev is here, Ben is here, Tomali is here, Dr. Peabody is here, I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying. I have seen CEO for CNN. Y'all go dig it up. MSNBC. Y'all go dig it up. What happened with O'Reilly and Fox News? Y'all go dig it up. But the institutions are still there. They remain. I ain't going anywhere. Because I'm not going to sit here and allow negative propaganda by greedy people to fly by me. It's not going to happen. Right there and then when I decided to remain, folks, I'm putting my hands up again. I, Eugene Fahngon, do solemnly swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, the whole truth. These people went into their chat room and voted overwhelmingly to remove me from the platform in their chat room. And I challenge anyone. The screenshots are available. I double dare them to lie about it. Last week, Monday, week before the last, they began harassing the CEO. What was my charge? He's too dominant. He know all. He needs to be removed. He's spoiling our show. And the CEO said to them, you guys come here. You preach for yourself. This man come here. He talks for himself. What is the problem? They said that he must remove me. They insisted that I must be removed. For 1 week, they went back and forth in the chat room. And he said to them, he said, Ben, you travel with the vice president all around, including Togo recently. You are a co-host here. You came back, you said, President, we are sent for you. And y'all had a nice time. You came back here. It was on that platform, that Ben endorsed Alexander Kunis. Ben came back from President. What did Ben say? It was an honor for the president to invite me And I'm open to anything. Fair enough. Tourmaline have gone from anti-sedition to inactive sedition, then to independent, then to what? CDC sympathizer. So that Kefasan, Ben Sanvi, Tourmaline George. Then recently, Dr. Peabody started to spoof them up. So the CEO said, you guys are full against Dr. Francine. It is unfair. I will not take Eugene Fahngon out. I can't. If I do, the show will be unbalanced. After 1 week of back and forth, they decided that the CEO should recuse himself from the show. That was the second venture. I'm not in the chat room, but nothing escapes Eugene Fahngon's eyes or ears. Those of you who know me, know me. I will not go further than that. So they went ahead and said the CEO should remove himself. And the CEO came back and said, listen, same thing happened to me. You see me on your platform? I'm not on the platform. So what's the power? There is no power. When they realized that they could not win that battle, they came back with a test step. They said they want to remove the main picture and rebrand the whole show. And that 4 of them must appear regularly. Kefasan. I challenge Kefasan. I challenge everybody. Kefasan said, removing the CEO is not the thing. But are you people willing to buy the fuel and pay the employees in Liberia? That was Kefasan's question. All of them step back. They got no money. They got nothing. So they step back. Then they protested. They said that the men should bring all 4 of them on. Folks, I don't lie. If you notice the whole of last week, they were not, not this week, they were not on the show. But last week, the CEO brought Kev and Ben. Then the following day, he brought Tourmaline and Peabody. Then Kev and Ben. Then Tourmaline and Peabody. They said no. All 4 of them will be there against Dr. Francine. Put my hand on the Bible again. I do solemnly swear to tell the truth. They insisted now that I was not part of the network. I'm not in the chat room. Why should I be on the show regularly? And he said, because Fahngon brings a balance to the show. All 4 of you can be on one side. And then nobody else against you. It don't make no sense. Right there and then, they got annoyed. Take me for what I say. Look at me in my eyes. One of them had the audacity. You saw Julia had talk. Posting things about how one woman sleeping with a CEO, blah, blah. It was a male panelist that sent nonsense to a female counterpart. Blackmailing her. How he get tipped. How she will go to the CEO office. And if she don't leave the show, he will tell the Liberian people. It's called blackmail. And he was ignorant enough to send messages. ELFahngon. Beyak betuma kakaklo. Tefabili. I don't want to people call Kabalonoi. The Basel people call me Drombon Penny. If you don't know me, you don't know me. You would think I'm an evil man. But I'm not. I stand for the truth. Calling the woman husband. Sending the woman husband texts. threatening the woman to leave the show. Because why? It was a plot to shut down the station so that the Liberian people, 3 FM station, TV station, online television, and then George Weah can take over because of the dirty, filthy, nasty money. So last night, if you watched the program, what happened on the program? It was only Kef that called him. What did Kef say? From the top, he said I should remove myself. Why didn't the other people call? Only Kef. Why didn't they call? But then the CEO went, and the CEO said, Kef told me that the boss, George Weah, because that's the highest, say I should remove myself. But Kef, it was not him that put you there. You don't work for the government. Why are you removing yourself? But Kef is ignorant. He doesn't know. They had done to remove Kef so that Kiatama can replace Kef. And according to reliable information that I gathered, Katama said he cannot be sitting on a platform with Kef, receiving messages and making an ass of all of them. He cannot do it. So, they have recalled Kef with the hope to replace him by Katama. I swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth. The CEO announced that he had a talk with Katama. Go back and check the record. The moment the CEO said I had a talk with Katama, Katama issued a post right away. While the CEO was talking, the post put there. Yes, I talked to the CEO and that was about it. Because you know what? That discussion was leading to Katama coming on the platform. But then, before Kef could be done, before the CEO could be done, Katama thinking in, then the other 3 people wrote their resignation. Tell me, this thing happened to the CEO on the 25th of last month. It's almost 1 month now. If you had integrity and you wanted to leave, what stopped you? What was the disagreement about? You just go read press conference. You say, oh, press statement. As a result of, we are leaving as a result of internal disagreement. What was the disagreement about? That he should remove himself? He removed himself ever since. That you want to remove him from your own network? On what grounds? Is he guilty? He pleaded not guilty. Why not give him the benefit of the doubt? Or because all 4 of y'all have taken a side and y'all decided now that the Liberian people must either listen to y'all and y'all alone, and because there's no, so the platform will die. The platform will not die. Me, I don't lie. Tell people the truth. Go, come back. Tell the Liberian people what the eternal disagreement was about. When George Weah fired me, he said I gave the Liberian people misinformation. Till today, nobody knows about the misinformation I gave. Because every damn thing I said was true. Including the one for Columbia University, the Delta variant. It was true. So what was the misinformation that I gave? Is AstraZeneca a lie in America? No. Does it form blood clot? Yes. Was the airport used as a passageway for many Indians? Yes. Was the deputy boss for immigration suspended? Yes. Did health authorities drop the ball? Yes. What was the misinformation? That Eugene L kind of writing. Just say you are leaving because of internal disagreement. What was the internal disagreement? Tell the people. Tell the Liberian people. How can you be evil? Did I insult any one of you? Did I curse you? Don't I have the right to be on that platform? Why you want to kick me off the platform? Because you can't debate me? Because you can't stand me? Tell them the truth. 1 week. And if you guys oblige and challenge us, all your silly comments against me will come outside to the public. What did I do? You can't stand me. It was stupid for President Weah and his group to look at a frontline general who handled 20 political parties in opposition, and they couldn't pull me down. Then you go bring one saloon bubble that I introduced to you and say you will pull me down? My student? The man who didn't finish high school, that he will pull me down? It's a challenge. Did he finish high school? No. You don't know him more than me. Why? I could have spent more than the 2 months in Kev's house. But it was him who told me, do not go to your wife's place. That's how I left. And went to his place. Lo and behold, it was part of the plot. And on August 11, when we received the divorce paper, both of us, and later he confirmed, I knew he was dangerous. That's how I left. Because if you know something like that, you should have told me. But you never did. I left. But people who don't know, you living with this? No, I speak the truth. I know people don't like me. But you say I was dominant. You travel with the vice president all around, took pictures, did video, hang out, do everything. You went to George Weah. In fact, it was George Weah that sent for you. You came back compromised. Stay, they say, stay on the show. All of you guys, stay there. Why are you running? I dealt with 20 political parties. And that 4 human beings that would sit in front of me to debate me, especially with the advantage of serving in the government, and none of you did. I handled the press for 3.5 years. How many of you handled the press for 1 day? You know what they call media? You know what they call press? And you will sit in front of a veteran like me and expect to win a debate? Because of that, you go in a chat room and say I should be removed. And because of CEO stood up and said no, he fought for the platform to be balanced. He fought for it to be balanced. So tell the Liberian people what the internal disagreement. Internal means we disagree in-house. What you disagree upon? Come and tell the Liberian people. Come and tell the Liberian people what you disagree upon. Come on. So you can tell them, oh, we told a man to move on the show. So the Liberian people can ask you, what time you saw him on the show? From the time the thing happened. What time you saw him? But we told him, we wanted to rebrand the thing. How you want to rebrand it at your money? We told him, he must take a picture from the flyer that's on the debate. That it will debate Western Cluster. that it will stop Kev from lying. Kev said Joseph Boakai ain't tired. I had to show video. Kev said the president told him that he get the money. It was a lie. Kev came by and said, yeah, the man Fahngon wants to see. It was a lie. So you just want to be selling the lies and nobody can stop you? Huh? Is that the way we operate? Somebody have to stop you. Somebody have to debate you. And if you feel that you don't want to be debated, go and face your own platform. When Edwin Snow came on that platform, he said the government owed Bumi people 5 million. What's the real story today? What's the real story today? What happened with leges? What happened with the corruption? But George Weah, the real story is when this unfortunate incident took over, you decided to steal this man's platform. To do so, you hired them to make sure you steal his platform. To use it for whatever you wanted to. But God is not asleep. He said they will come one way, but they will flee in 7 different ways. I had no reason to leave my beautiful studio here, my show Facts versus Fiction, to go and sit on a platform with a little boy that I carried to school and drop off on his campus to escape bullying. I had no reason. Someone that they used to call cracky in my community, that I put under my arm because I was huge, that I took to my parents' house to live and be secure. Too young, he never even finished high school when he left the country. When the war came. Tell Liberian people, when they released War Tapia in 1984, they were dead to receive. You knew Monrovia? We were living in Bomi. The Ben Sandy man himself confessed that he was about 4 or 5 years old then. Then who are you to talk about War Tapia then? The kid that I used to carry to school. What part of Monrovia you are living to go for them? Why? Who introduced you to these people? And because you knew my gate through me, and because you knew me, Stanton wanted you to get me to become me. And they were using you to get information from me to defend the government. So today you grow. I don't envy you. I will not envy you. Because it's 37 years of work. It's not today. It's not today. Tell the Liberian people the truth. That Eugene L style of writing, you were dismissed because you provided misinformation. State the misinformation, you're gone. You're resigning because of what? Internal disagreement. State the disagreement. That secret? That Sunday bush? Why you can tell the Liberian people so they can know who's telling the truth? What is the disagreement? Come and tell the people. At the idea of one man wanting to be president, so he wants every media institution to blow his trumpet. And that is why when this situation occurred, I said my prayers, and my God said, stay, and I stayed. You wanted me to go? Nobody sack you. You gone. You yourself ran away. But that platform is open. Y'all won't come by, you'll come back. Let's debate the issue. You don't try to steal a man's platform and use it to lie to the Liberian people. Try to kick me off the platform. The whole week, all your stuff is screenshot. And if you want to disgrace yourself, I dare you come forward. It will be the end of all of your career. Because that's what you guys did. To kick me off the platform. What was my crime? Because I will not worship your God. I will not worship him. And the reason why I will not worship him is because God said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. So when Jonah was on the way to Nineveh, if God wanted him to finish, he would have finished. But it was a fish that vomited him on the shoes. That's what God can do. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, when they enter the burning furnace, that's what God can do. And when God said, touch not my anointed, when you do, he rescues them. When Daniel was thrown into the lion's den, who do you think God was? A joke? Who do you think the fourth man standing in the fire was? When Joseph was thrown into the pit, there was a God. When you all wanted me dead, and your God passed an executive order, I call it executive order, that no government official should leave the country without his approval, go back to your God and ask him, did Eugene seek your approval? Did he write you a letter? How did he leave the country? There was a God. And if you don't know, the plane that took me out of Liberia that night faced turbulence. We were on our way to Mali, but we could not land in Mali. So they brought us back to Sierra Leone. We could not land in Sierra Leone. They took us to Guinea. We could not land in Guinea. They brought us back to Monrovia and put us down. And yes, Fahngon slept in the Farmington like all the others. The following day, Fahngon walked on the tarmac and sat in the plane from a different direction. I don't know what God was doing, but I did not go through security. And the girl came on the plane and took my passport. And when I redid my ticket and brought it back to me, there was a God, there is a God, and there will always be a God. You wanted me off the platform. What was my crime? What did I do wrong? For 1 week, when you could not, you decided that you will take over the platform. When you could not take over the platform, you decided you will break it down. But you know what God said? He said, it's for the people. It's not for Stanton. I command you to stay. Therefore, I'm saying to you, the Liberian, I have been commanded by God to stay. I'm not being paid. I'm not in that chat room. But I will stay. You are not taking me away. Until you tell the Liberian people what the disagreement is, don't talk. Don't talk. Because the Liberian people are waiting for you. When the sun was shining, you were boarding the aircraft. All of you rode business class to fly to Monrovia. The only people that were in economy from the team was Dr. Francine and her husband. But all of you were in business class. What were you drinking? Champagne, liquor, expensive. When you were at the hotel, the sun was shining, but the moment darkness fell, you all went under the cover of darkness, and you turned around to where you could get your next meal or your next belly. I have been in exile. I said exile for almost 2 years. What do we all know about me? What does we all know about me? Do I look like I care? Do I look like I'm scared? Look at how they sold our iron ores. Look at what they did to our monies between Bonnie, Kitman, and Bapulu. There is something burning in me that makes me know that he's a one-term president. It's just a matter of time. You cannot buy everybody. It is just a matter of time. The spirits of Bamputu Nyimpan will rise. The spirit of Bate Niswa will rise. The spirit of Gifty Lama, Abo Peters, George Famputu, they all rise. They did not deserve to die painfully and brutally. But the time is coming and it's almost here. We will not be in exile for long. We will soon return to the land of our ancestors. So the challenge is yours. Speak. Tell the people what the eternal disagreement was. They deserve to know. Budget shot for 11 million for rice, 40 million missing, 30 million stimulus package. That's not what we signed up for. That's why I'm angry. But I'm angry more because people did not have to die. That's why I'm angry. Say this before I leave. Kefasa, who knew you? Had it not been for that platform, who will know you? Now that you're gone, who will know you again? You're done. Ben Sandy, your career was over. But that platform resurrected it. Even with the 45,000, that platform stood by you. Tomalin George Weah said he was done with you. Only that platform brought you to life. I cannot speak of Dr. Peabody because he's a good man. But I know he followed the wrong advice. I know he's a pastor. No one deserves to be treated this way. You cannot be his friend when the sun is shining, but his enemy when darkness comes. Let me say this to you. If the platform was for a CEO to hold to himself and use it for himself and his family, he would have had a debate. But this platform was for the Liberian people. How could you betray your people? How? You walk off them when they needed you the most. You walk off them when they needed you the most. There is a God. Be careful what you do today. We have videos and pictures. John Spoon Talk. We ended there. Thank you for joining me. We ended on Spoon Talk. guys on Spoon Talk tonight. I got a very interesting tape. I will play the tape for you tonight. I will play one part. I get one. I have 15 parts, but I'll play only one for you.